Welcome back, students, and today we are going to start the topic chart and diagram. We were into the discussion of this topic, so we discussed this diagram, significance, construction of diagram, what are the things which we should keep in our mind while drawing these graphs and curves, graphical representation of data, general principles of graphic representation. Now today we will discuss what is bar chart. So bar chart is a chart or a graph that presents categorical data with rectangular bars with heights or length proportional to the value that they represent. Right. Now what is it? This we have seen that a chart or a bar chart is a graph or a curve that presents categorical data with rectangular bars with heights or length proportional to the value that they represent. So whatever value they are presenting, that we are showing with the help of the chart. And what is that? That we will just look into this. Number of students went to different states for study. So as you can see, US, this is the number. Russia, this is the number 500. South Africa, 400. Then Canada, it's around 280. Australia, Europe is around 380, and then it is 260 or 270, we can say 210 or 220 Japan. So this is what? This is bar chart. So what we have done is, with the help of these rectangular blocks, we were talking about these, no? These rectangular blocks are just showing the or just presenting the data, right? So if the things are written without drawing any graph, so things might not be very much clear. So what we are trying to do is, with the help of these graphs, we are trying to make things more clear to the one who is going to listen to us, or for the one who we are going to write the report. So this is bar chart. Hopefully it is clear. Next, we will see pie chart. So what is pie chart? It is a circular statistical graphic which is divided into slices to illustrate numerical proportion. The arc length of each slice is proportional to the quantity it represents. Now what is it? Just see, have a look. This is pie chart. So a circle we have drawn, and in a circle what we have done is, we have shown the data, right? So this particular portion, as you can see, the purple one is showing UK, this orange one is showing Canada, then green Australia. So what we, and this is US. So what we are trying to do is, with the help of these particular colors, different colors in a circle, we are showing that how many number of people or number of students are going for studies in different regions. So this is pie chart. Clear? And now next we will look upon. Next is histogram. So histogram is what? It is a non-cumulative frequency graph it is drawn on a natural scale in which the representative frequencies of the different class of values are represented through vertical rectangles that also we will see drawn close to each other. So in this case what happens is, in the case of bar chart, we are having gap in the rectangles. Just see what I am seeing, what kind of gap I am talking about. This gap, दोनों ही rectangles के बीच में, this is the gap available. But when I talk about histograms, there will not be any gap. How? Just look this. This is the example of histogram. So in the case of histogram, we are not having any gap. Without putting any gap, we are just drawing it. And then we will now just see that how we are going to draw it. So histogram, it is a non-cumulative frequency. So it is a non-cumulative frequency and it is drawn on natural scale, in which the representative frequencies of the different classes of values are represented through vertical rectangle that we have seen, जो कि अभी हमने देखा था, and they are drawn close to each other without having any gap kind of a thing. Now now is how to draw a histogram, how we are going to draw it. So number one step is represent the class intervals of the variable along the x-axis and their frequency along the y-axis. So class interval is like 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15. So this will be shown on x-axis, while on y-axis we will be showing the values. Values means suppose 0 to 5 is saying for 20, then 5 to 10 will be saying for 18, then 10 to 15 is saying for 50. So that is the thing what we are trying to do with the help of this. Next is step 3. Now draw rectangular bars, so which we have seen in the previous slide which I have shown you, that now draw rectangular bars in parallel to y-axis. Sorry, I skipped the second point. Second point is start x-axis with the lower limit of the lower class like 0 or 1 and moving on to the higher limit. When the lower limit happens to be a distinct square from the origin, give a break in the x-axis and to indicate that the vertical axis has been moved in for convenience. We will see the things with the help of example, then the things will be more clear. Now draw a rectangular bar in parallel to y-axis above each of the class interval with class units as base. The areas of the rectangle must be proportional to the frequencies of the corresponding classes. So this we will see with the help of diagram. So just have a look upon this. This is a histogram. Question is given that plot the following data by a histogram 20 to 24. These are the class interval. As you can see, these are the class interval and this is frequency, right? So class interval would be like 20 to 24, 25 to 29, 30 to 34, 35 to 39. So this is the class interval and this is the frequency 2 to 5, 10. So in this graph we shall take class intervals in the x-axis and frequencies in the y-axis. Before plotting the graph, we will have to convert these classes into their exact limits. So it can be like 19.5 to 24.5, 24.5. So what we have done is, like, if the value in the first case it is 20, so what we have done is 0.5 we have taken a lower limit, right? So 19.5 and 24.5 is a higher limit. So this we have taken. Same is the case in the next case. 25 is there in the question and we have taken a lower limit, that is 24.5, and the same process will go on till the last interval, that is 54. So 54 will be converted into a higher limit and that is 54.5. And now what we will do is just have a look and listen very carefully. Now what we will do is we will just now put the values on the histogram. Just see how we are going to put the values on histogram in this way. So as you can say that we are not going to draw a histogram. So rest of the things we will discuss, students, tomorrow. Advantages of histograms are left, so that we will see tomorrow. So you just see this example. I will just forward you this particular page also and then we will just meet tomorrow. Okay, thank you students, bye bye.